The Guest stars Dan Stevens, Maika Monroe, and is directed by Adam Wingard, and is the story of this guy, this army vet who shows up on a family's doorstep. He's like, hey, I'm a friend of your son's, and their son had died, so he's like, I just promised that I'd come here and hang out with you guys, make sure you're all doing good, then I'll take off. And then he's kind of invited in as a guest and is staying there for a couple days. And you know, the guy's actually kind of a nice, charming dude, very likable. He's helping out the family, helping out the kids and stuff, getting along with everyone. But then horrible things start happening, and it turns out this guy is not quite who he says he is, and there's dark things ahead. That's the as unspoilery as it can get, because if I just said a guy shows up to stay with some people, that'd sound very uncompelling. So the guy's got some secrets going on with him too. And oh my god, I love this movie. This movie only came out a few years ago and I never did review it, but when I first saw it I really wanted to, and now it's Halloween. Seems like the right time. This movie has a very Halloween-y feel in so many ways. It takes place at Halloween, so you get shots like jack-o'-lanterns. There's a very John Carpenter-esque score for parts of it. It's half like 80s synth type music, which is great. I love all that stuff. And then the other half is John Carpenter type musical scores. I believe they even use the same synthesizers that he used on his movies. They use that for the score, and it just sounds great. And this movie's basically not a horror movie as much as kind of a darkly comedic thriller, because it starts out mostly like setup and then it becomes a thriller, but it has a dark comedic edge to it too at times. And I love me a dark comedy. American Psycho, Nightcrawler, Lord of War, Bad Lieutenant, you know, Killer Joe. I like a movie with someone who's kind of fucked up, but you like him anyway. And this one's no exception. Dan Stevens, his character, he's got some issues, he's got some problems, but he's also a likable guy. He's helping out the family, like the young brother of the family, like Maika Monroe's brother in the movie. He's getting bullied, so he's looking after him. He has so many scenes of absolute awesomeness because the guy is just charming as hell, likable, and a bit of a badass and a bit of a psychopath, and his dark edge, he's really good at it. Dan Stevens just owns this movie. It's a great breakout role. I want to see the guy in so much more because he's so good in this, so captivating, so likable, even though he's kind of really fucking horrible and crazy. The guy's got a deliberately delicious way of speaking. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but he's like a silver-tongued devil. Every time he talks, it's just like, you got me, man. I'll do whatever you want to. You want me to hide a body for you? I'll do it because I like you that much. And Maika Monroe, also very good in the movie. She's the one person in the house that likes him, but at the same time doesn't really trust. And she's a likable enough protagonist. And the rest of the family, they're all fine. Like, the mom's pretty good. The dad is really funny at times because it seems like almost all his scenes, he just ends by going, okay, I need a drink. You want a drink? I'm getting me a drink. I'm gonna go get like 6 drinks. And then the little brother, I liked him a lot. He's like bullied, and so Dan Stevens is like butting up, like helping him out and giving him advice and making his life better in a lot of ways. So I like that. And the kid also, he's not Chloe Grace Moretz's brother or anything, but he has a face that makes me think, every time I look at him, like, are you sure you're not Chloe Grace Moretz's brother? And this movie's directed by Adam Wingard, one of the best new breakout directors. The guy's doing a lot of good work in different ways, like ABCs of Death and the VHS movies. He had a segment in You're Next, this movie. The guy's just one of the new crop of directors. Like, this guy's gonna be a big name, I'm sure, in a couple years, where everyone's gonna be like, yeah, that fucking dude's awesome. And he does a really good job in this one. He sets up some great tension, some great dark comedic scenes, and the guy can just film some pretty good action. My only complaint would be, I like how everything's filmed. Sometimes it's dark, atmospheric, creepy, the great Halloween-y feel and all, really well done. But when there's some action scenes and people gotta shoot some machine guns or something, the muzzle flashes, I believe it's like digital CGI muzzle flashes, and it's a teeny thing, but it's like, every time I saw it, I'm just like, now it looks like a YouTube video, where it's just those segments, I go like, it's a YouTube video. This is like something someone would do on YouTube because it doesn't look film quality. It's CGI muzzle flash. And yeah, it's a minor complaint, but it is a big problem. But aside from that, it's a pretty much damn great movie. Really well made. Great cinematography. It looks good. And yeah, he does some really awesome stuff with the camera at times. I fucking love his direction in this movie. And this movie's really fantastic. Everything about it works. It's great. Just like I said, Dan Stevens, every time he's on the screen, it's just electric. There's something about the guy. It's just ultra lovable, even though the character at times really isn't. And then everyone else surrounding him, every other actor, Maika Monroe, as I said, she's really, really good. And the rest of the family is also very likable. And I like the story. It's a fun, neat story. I don't want to necessarily spoil the whole thing here. but like it goes and it changes tones of like the type of film it is a couple times. Like, all right, it's this sort of like drama, now we're gonna flip and it's becoming a thriller. Flip again, dark comedy, horror, slasher movie, whatever. It flips a couple times and every time it does, crazy action movie right now. I like it. It keeps you guessing. It always keeps moving. It might have a few scenes or a few times where the movie might slow down a little bit, but never too much to ruin the movie by any. I love this frickin' movie so much. I would give The Guest an A. I think it's a fantastic movie, and Dan Stevens, please do more work, because you, sir, are amazing. So, comment below, tell me what your thoughts are on The Guest, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.